Thanks for joining. This is Movado, and I'm here with episode 14 of my Reforged Galaxy Let's Play series. At the end of the last episode, I just set my first 10 auto miners, got those going. After the last episode, what I did is I took all the optronics that I looted from the run that I did to Legacy Space. I had I had 40 of these large matrices, like 65 of the large bridges, and then like 40 of each of the small ones. Went to the trader, sold those, got something like 4 million credits, which is why I've got currently 2.75 million. With those credits, I bought a ton of auto mining cores. She bought 29 more cores. I got all those made, and I just put the last one here. So you can see it's only been running for a little bit. It's got 10 ore and it's full. What I'm going to do is, since I just got them all put, the other thing I did do is I also placed all of my water collectors, oxygen bottle generators, and the hydrogen bottle generator. So I'm going to sleep for a little bit. I'm going to do a little test. I'm going to see how many sleeps it takes to fill an auto miner. Okay, that was one. I think it's 3, maybe 4. Let's see, how long does an auto miner run for? Oh, a lot longer than that. It's going to be like 14 sleeps. Okay, so I did 1, and it only used 1 promethium hydrocell. Hold on. And if you're going to do this inside of a ship, make sure you, that's 3. Make sure you turn your power off for inside your ship itself. Alright, that was 10, I believe, 10 more, so I think it might be 11 total. There's probably 1 or 2 hydrocells are left in that auto miner, because I can hear it still running. Probably a couple left in there yet. That's good enough for me. You can see I made a little auto miner resource run, and then I already, the ones I originally placed, and then I did chop up some wood that I needed. Hey, not bad, not bad. 2,600. All that's pretty much gone, and it's still running, so that's really good. That's good timing. Okay, Pentaxid. Next one over. Yeah, so I'm going to make a pretty good resource run. I'll only kind of do this once on the video. Got 39 auto miners out there. Plus all those water, like I said, those water machines. Easy way is just kind of pull right up to the side of these things. Get out the cockpit. Pull this down. Dang, 2,000 pentaxid out of that guy. Not bad for sleeping. I'm going to head east again. Get this one. And you can see all the auto miners on the map. I did not get one on this very large Sathium, but I did get one on a large over here. I might move that, but they both yield a pretty good amount. I think the large is getting me like 360 per hour or something. Alright. Once you do this a few times, you kind of get used to where to move the ship and how to fly it. Okay, still got plenty of volume. That's one thing I worry about is my volume down here when doing these runs. Okay, go north. I did get a bunch of iron as well, since there's a bunch of iron deposits here, the large ones. But overall, I've got a really good mix. On this planet, I've got Sathium, Pentaxid, Promethium, Neodymium, Silicone, and Iron all marked with auto miners. So that's going to be really nice. The ocean planet, or the temperate planet, this guy, I have a really good spot marked. There's a little patch of aluminium that I have with a bunch of good resources in it. They're all clustered pretty close though, so that's good. Ooh, nice. Nice haul of iron. see. Got that. So I need to go over here, get these two, get these three, and then I head south for these, and I'm done. So it's kind of a nice path. I marked the start where I'm going to start here, get this one, get these three, get these, oops, and then kind of round it out and get these last three right here. And so far, you know, now that I say it, it's probably going to happen. I have not noticed the bouncing at all on a ship that's hovering. Now, granted, I'm not on the high G planet, but, you know, a lot of times that bouncing or the ship whipping around would kind of ruin it a little bit, or sometimes throw you out of the ship, have you fall through the ship, you know, that kind of stuff. There's the auto miner. Okay. Oh, dang. 360 per hour, that's a good haul of Sathium. Yeah. This is why I love auto miners. You put them down, you drop fuel in them, you walk away. Well, in my case, you sleep for a few days, and then they're all full. And then I think the other thing I might eventually do is take my combat CV Soul Crusher to this sector and the other one and kill all the enemies that are hovering in the outside and outer space around this planet. There are a few. Yeah. Good hauls. Good hauls of resources. Easiest way I found to move the resources up is just simply disconnect and then reconnect. And then I'll move my fuel back down. Okay. Time to get the silicon. I did target since there are several large deposits up here that were easy to get, I did target those to get the silicone and iron, since you do go through a decent amount of both of that. Copper is probably the one that I know I have a few deposits of. I might need a few more of those. We will see, though. Maybe I'm okay on copper. Don't use a ton of it anyway, but promethium. Once we're done here, I'll head over to the ocean planet, or sorry, the temperate planet, and get all the stuff that I have there. Alright, heading south again. It's funny, there's natural sweetener on this planet. I wonder if that has a hint of radiation. Crashed transport front. Okay. Let's keep rolling. Oh, looks like this one's out of fuel. See, so what happened there is my container filled with volume. I did not catch it in time. So I'm going to go to container 1, link that, and I pick that up, and that goes in the container. Best advice I can give when that happens, if you've got it picked up like this and you can't set it down, is when you escape out of your screen, is just whip your cursor over inside your ship, and that's kind of where it'll drop. It'll drop out of your hands. So you kind of saw me do that. I whipped the mouse around, and then it fell inside the cockpit. If it does fall outside the ship and it's a super hostile area you don't want to go to or whatnot, you can simply send your drone to get it. Drones will pick it up, and it'll put it directly into your connected container. Alright, little neodymium here. Don't use a lot of it, but hey, it's good to get this stuff. And when I get back to base, all this is going into the furnace. That furnace is going to be busy for a while. Might even consider putting a second furnace on the outside on my base itself. Might need to do it on the exterior, but okay, this planet is done. Yeah, and I can go straight vertical and I mean full speed with all that ore on board. No problem. Okay, over here. The corner that I put all those miners in is so perfect though on this planet because it's right next to water. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh shit. You know, I'm definitely coming back to this sector with my Soul Crusher. I'm not going to deal with these ships here. And I want to see what this Dreadmaw Frigate is made out of. Oh wait, Frigati. It's the Frigati. It's got two T's. Oh, and he's about to see me. He just saw me. How can you not see me? You got a big floating blob up here. So he sees me, but I don't see anything else. I don't see any more exclamation points around the screen, so he must be the only one. Alright, resources 5 miles, of course. That's on the other side of the world, so I'll start making my journey that way. Where'd the Frigati go? There it is. Yeah, he's gonna be dead at some point. Oh, now I see 2 exclamation points. Probably the Sparrow. Oh no, I see 2 drones. Let them come. The drones will die fast. You know, one thing I could do with this pack mule is add a quantum to it because there's a lot of surface area on the top of this ship, especially in that black area, where I could add extra turrets that would have line of sight. Same as in that back part of the white part on the top where the satellite dishes. There's some flat area there as well. Where else could I get some in here? The bottom is pretty good. There's no need to add more there, but could definitely add more to the top. And if I do add more, I definitely focus on plasma turrets. Probably only plasma turrets to make sure if I get in trouble or if something's around, I have something that's capable of taking a shield down and doing some CV damage. And then if I added a quantum, I could also add the drill turrets and stuff. The drill turret too. All right, so this is where I'm heading down here. I did get rid of a big area of trees. I chopped them down so I had an open area right next to this copper resource. You can see I grabbed the aluminum, some iron, some silicone, titanium, and then all of my water extractors are right here. Okay. Oh, I didn't really land it all the way. Okay, close enough. Going to reconnect to container 2. Not 22. All right. Yeah, that's going for a really long time. You know, these water pumps still have 48 hours of runtime left in them. How about oxygen? Yeah, this is good. 48 hours left on these as well. You know, with all those sleeps, it's still only consumed. Yeah, that's actually, I mean, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It got a ton of water and stuff out of this. Actually, while I'm here, I did notice I had one in my inventory yet. Gonna do that, do that. These are what I want, though. These hydrogen extractors, hydrogen bottle extractors. These are the ticket because these are a direct raw material into your Promethean hydrocells. So, and those are the best that you can get. I mean, if you have to make some of the large Promethean packs, you can certainly do that. Frozen hot dogs. So if you see these and you're hungry, you need a meal, don't forget about the frozen hot dogs. Or thawed hot dogs if you're on a warm planet or warm area of a planet. And then with all the Promethium I got going, this will all match up pretty well. Okay, we're done with water. Get back in the ship. Go to my container 2. Container 2. Disconnect, reconnect, draw my fuel down, and we are ready to go. And I can tell this ship is starting to feel the weight a little bit. Alright, where did that auto miner? Yep, I can reach it. Nice haul of copper. And for all the resources I'm getting, it all obviously doubles when I turn it into ingots. I like that they have those little blue pilot lights on them. Those blue flames. At least you can see them in the dark a little bit. Not bad for a small deposit. I'm going to go south. Surprised that's still running, actually. Alright, let me turn around here. Get some lights on. Okay. Oh, I did not get that medium up there. Whoops. That iron. I did that last time. Forgot to put it there, and then I had to go back to put it down. So again, I picked all these out of convenience because I wanted this aluminum, and they're right next to each other. Since I was here, I was like, oh hey, I can get some copper, and oh hey, there's iron, titanium, and silicone here as well. And then as I looked at it, obviously you got water right here as well. So this is just a nice sweet spot for a lot of good stuff. Okay, so I did notice the one silicone deposit's only 20% ore left. That's the one I tested. It's this one. That's the one I did my demonstration of how my ground mining works. Almost put an auto miner on it. I noticed I saw the hole there. Yeah, and it was only 20%, so that's fine. The other two auto miners on silicone will be enough. I did not grab the magnesium simply because I have a bunch on another planet, that alien planet, and then the barren planet in my home system both have auto miners in it. But with a run of 39 auto miners, this is going to fill me up quite well. How are we doing on weight? 264k. Getting there. Okay, we just got these two to go. And then this planet is done. This solar system's done. Back to, trying to think, is it just back to, no, I think I got stuff in 2 solar systems now. You can see the overall lack of trees here is due to the fact that I chopped them all down. Okay. That's it. That's this planet. Now, one thing you can do is if you're ever curious about, hey, where are my auto miners, simply go into your registry, filter it to your private, and then filter it to show only terrain placeables. And you'll see these two are listed, and it lists all your devices. The other system is my home system, at T2 or at T2. It looks like I got them on. Make sure I'm not coming out into something. It looks like I got them on just those 2 planets that I mentioned. Alright, where's my home base? Right there. I've definitely made auto miner runs before on multiplayer server where I've gotten into 10, 11 full boxes. I'm going to remove that. Abandon POIs. Oh wait, where am I? Must have went to the wrong place. Alright, well I removed that abandoned POI. That may have been what got me to that system. Yep, here we are. So I've got auto miners both in the alien planet and out here. I'm going to go to that one first. Yep, I got an AM start tag on it. So the reason why I put some on this planet was because I needed the Zascosium. You don't use much of it, but anytime you're making high-end electronics, you always end up with Zascosium alloy in it. Let's see where the auto miner start is. I tag that. And you can simply just make a few runs of this, once you get all set up in a position where you've got a nice stable base. You know, I just kind of looked at what are the things I need for ammo, but obviously additional ships you want to build is important. Um, you know, weapons, ammo, um, turret upgrades on your ships, CPU extenders, you know, all that stuff is what you're going to need resources for, and I think you probably all know that, but set up your auto miners to get what you need. You know, the key resources are going to be what you want to focus on first in terms of which planets you target, and then after that, like you saw me do, I filled in the iron, silicon, copper in between. Um, and then as you go along, if you find yourself running low on one resource, you can always adjust or buy more resources. I mean, heck, I might go buy more auto miner cores because I still have almost 3 million credits. And they're, you know, 30k a piece, so I mean I could buy almost 100 auto miner cores with these credits without doing anything. The biggest thing I'll need to find, well, two things. I have not put an auto miner on platinum, which I don't know that platinum gets used a lot here. In Reforged Eden, it gets used a lot on the progenitor stuff. But in Reforged Galaxy, I just don't think it's used on a ton. I could be wrong. I already hit up a platinum asteroid. I got a decent amount of bricks back at the base. Alright. If you didn't see, this is a large promethium deposit. So this is going to be a nice one. Yep. Only 320, that's actually surprising for a large 327. Alright. Let's get over here. Get to this medium. And then I think I went from up here, yeah, down to that one. So it looks like I got at least 2 larges and a medium promethium on this planet. And that's going to get me stocked up so well on promethium. But there's so much promethium in ammo. Yeah, I looked at it the other day, and it seemed like it was in every recipe, or everything you build. I'm guessing that promethium deposit is where I'm heading. Turn my headlights off so I can see the mountains a little bit better. Yeah, that's going to be my next stop. It's right here. Then I'm going to hit that silicone, that zascosium, that cobalt, that zascosium. I don't need any more Erestrum. You'll see why when I go to the next planet. Especially not smalls. Like if they were mediums or larges, I might go out of my way for it, but smalls just aren't worth it. Size does matter. Alright, so we'll head down here. And then if I look at the registry, I'm on this, I must be on this planet. So I got 12 more on the alien planet. You know, and this run will probably take me 45 minutes. Maybe it'll take me an hour. We'll see. I'm 28, 29 minutes in right now, I think. With the sleeping, I did 29 minutes in right now, so not too bad for basically 2 full containers of ore. Speaking of, I need to get to container 3, because I do have 2 full containers of ore. Okay. You know, one thing I wish this game did is I wish it actually started numerically instead of by the first digit. So, like, I wish when I went into the F4 menu, it would sort by container 1, then 2, instead of going 10. All the double digits, because the ones are there. But I get it, that's not how it works. I would need to rename the containers to 01, 02, 03. I need to go double digits for them all for it to sort that way. So it could be done. I could do it, I guess. If I renamed all this container 01, had them all 2 digits. I did find the gold down here, and it does have gold as a meteorite upon depletion. I landed on it, wanted to mine it out, but I ran into a first. That first is that deposit was so far in the ground I could not reach it with my HV miner. When I landed on the ground, it was still almost 250 feet underground. So I have not seen that. That was the first time I've actually run into it where it was too deep. I thought about taking out my SV miner, going down there and mining it out. Who knows? Maybe I will. I'm just not hard up for gold right now. You can see tons of silicone surface nodes in here. Yeah, and this ship is still just zipping right now. What am I up to? 10.2 kilotons, so that's not bad. I mean, if you look at container 2's got basically a kiloton. Container 1 is 1.5 kilotons, so even if every ship or every box had a kiloton of weight, it'd be 20 kilotons. Even if this were a 4G, I'd still have enough I'd still have enough lift to get off the planet. 4.5G would probably be close. It'd be cutting it close, but I think you'd still be able to get off even with a 4.5G planet. That's assuming every container had a kiloton of weight in it. Which I don't imagine ever having. Like I say, I think the most I've actually had filled on this ship is about 11 containers were filled at one point, maybe into a 12th, partially. And there's another large promethium over there that I was looking at. I should be good with all the auto miners I have, though. Yeah, I think it was about a year ago I built my first ship that I was able to service auto miners from the cockpit. It was a small SV. That's where I started learning that which size windows you can fall out of. Because I was using an SV and using a window pane in the front, and then I put basically a force field to create a window in front of me. And there's a couple times the ship bounced, and I would bounce out the window into very hostile environments, and that's where I kind of learned a little bit about how big of a window a person can fall out, and that's why I started putting the railing that you see on this ship. Turn these lights on. This railing that I have right here, that's why I started putting that railing in, is because I kept bouncing out of my original SV miner. Reason why I was able to get a hold of use an SV for that is because I originally played without weights and volumes on. Now that weights and volumes are on, you can't really get away with that because, you know, it just doesn't work quite as well with an SV. But here I am with the CV. I built this guy for this purpose, and I love it. It works so well. Can't beat its function. Alright, back to the alien planet, and then back to base. miner start. Let's get bad timing on all these. I was on the opposite side of the planet for them all. And this is a large planet, so it is a little bit bigger. But this is going to be where I get a whole bunch of... oh yeah, I have Erestrum for sure. Oh, there we go. Now it's right. I have Erestrum. Definitely some magnesium. I might have a pentaxid. Maybe some cobalt and promethium. I'm not sure I have any copper or iron on this planet, but I might have a little bit of both. I can't remember at this point. I do have... yep, this is the one. 12 auto miners. 12 of them. 12 of the little guys. You know, this menu is a good way to find stuff too. If you ever want to find stuff, like if you're in a faction, this will show you all your faction stuff. And then if you ever want to see like enemy or other stuff that you don't own, right here it's going to tell you all the other stuff that you've discovered by selecting this. But for now, this is a good view. That one helps. And the reason I'm staying in outer space is just because your speed is faster out here. 100 meters per second in outer space versus 60 in atmosphere. I should get rid of that Erestrum point over there. Yeah, I didn't want to pop in actually. I head back to outer space. That was an accident. Even though it only says I'm 0.5 miles away. It was 2 miles away inside the planet. Okay. I'm going to come straight down on it. Promethium. That's right, I have a few promethiums here for sure. They're only smalls. I put these before I found all the large ones on that other planet. Or before I put them down there. Okay. Still, even for a small load to get almost 3,000 ore on one run is pretty good. Okay. And then I got some on this magnesium, Erestrum, more magnesium. Oh, it looks like I do have a copper, a couple of Erestrum, cobalt, promethium, magnesium, Erestrum, and then the pentaxid. Okay. That's a good little mix. Okay, so I do have 2 of them on copper with this one that I have over here. So that's probably enough for copper. Titanium I only have 1 total of. So I'll have to watch that because that does go into some ammo. But I know you don't use a lot of it, so 1 might be enough for titanium. And then any blueprints I would want to spawn, I probably have the titanium in the factory already. Oops. That was a good haul of Erestrum. Alright. I think I got something on this magnesium. Yep. And then I think I'm pretty good on resources. I'm trying to think if there's anything... You know, I think I got a really good blend. So I've got 39 auto miners out right now. 39 of them. And I think I'm going to be stocked on all resources for as long as I want to play. I think I'm solved here on resources. I think I got more coming than I'll probably ever need. And by having numerous on iron, which I already use a lot of, Promethium hydrocells use it, just ammo is going to use it for sure. But I think this is going to stock me up very, very nicely. And then after this, I won't talk about auto miners anymore, but I think it's good to see getting this set up, how to grow them, how to harvest them. Everything that just gets mowed down so fast. The spiders are attacking. Oh, there's two groups of spiders. Let me help you out, little guys. Argos Major. There we go. Alright. Yep, a restroom is going to be good because I've got this, a medium, a large, another medium. Going to use a lot of that, but I've got a lot of it coming in. Got a lot of promethium, pentaxid. Those are the critical ones for ammo. Magnesium, of course. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this, though. Feeling really good. And I still have almost 3 million credits, which I know I said before, but kind of set up now. All from that one run to Legacy Space. There it is. Oh, it's these two right here. Yeah. Well, clearly there's somebody underneath my ship. Is he dead? Yep. Copper. Okay. And I'm at 248k, so not bad. 240, 248 out of the 320. 2/3 filled. Should have enough in this container for the rest of my ore. Yeah, 5 more. 5 more to pick up. Alright, I'll have to get some more magnesium. Erestrum, Pentaxid, and I'm done with the auto miner run. Where am I at? 270. Yeah. This is good. I like it. One of the next things I'll probably consider is getting a bigger base. So, I got the solar starter base that I have. That is awesome for getting myself started, but once you start getting into this amount of volume of resources, it starts to become super challenging to manage. Simply because, I've got 3 full containers on this ship of just raw resources that I now need to process. And my base ain't going to do a good job with that because it just doesn't quite have the storage for all of it at once. So I'll have to start moving it in and out and likely use the pack mule as my storage system for now, which is fine. If I don't sleep a lot, it's fine. I'm sure the thing will catch up, the furnace. But I am probably gonna build a second one. I'm almost certain I have some open CPU power left, and then I'm gonna look at potentially building. I was like, where's everything? I was like, where did all my blueprints go? Please don't tell me they're gone. Okay, I'm gonna get this Pentaxid, and then I'm gonna look at the blueprints again. I might build my my space station. It's a size class 18. It's a pretty big one. Really designed. I mean, it's. Oh, I did it again. Overfilled my container. Go to container 4. The space station that I have is kind of designed for faction use. Totally works for a player. Just might be a little overkill for a player in terms of what you'll use, but it definitely has the storage you need to handle all this. Okay. That's out of here. I'm going to go... Yeah, I still haven't slowed from 60 ms yet, max speed. Moab Space Station Reforged Eden. So that's a big one. I mean, you can look at the iron, stone dust, carbon substrate. Those are obviously the big ones. While I'm here, I'm going to go back to the trader. This is the trader that has the quantum star at it. Pretty sure it's over that way. Yep, the main trade hub. That's where I want to go. And I'm going to see if he has more auto miner cores on hand, which I'm sure he does. And if he does, I'm going to buy up a bunch of them again. Probably 30 of them or something he'll have. Because really at this point in the game, maybe I won't buy all 30. Look at all that magnesium. Let's go with the containers. Oh my gosh, look at that ore, that iron. Lots of promethium, lots of silicon. Gosh, just a good amount of everything. I'm liking it. I'm liking this haul. Unless there's a resource I'm just blanking on right now, but I'm pretty sure we got it. Yeah, I'm just going to get a few more auto miner cores. I mean, in reality, I probably don't need any. Especially if I start going out and looting and killing ships and getting loot boxes from CVs. You're going to start looting them for free. But that's alright. I like to have some. Make sure to connect the toolbar like I did. That way when you buy them, they go directly into your inventory. Hey, an advanced system upgrade. I'll buy the 18 for 33k each, so 600k. So I'm still at 2 million. Oh, and I can sell you my 9 matrices for 427,000, so it barely cost me anything. Oh, there's solar base. Well, let me make sure it is. Yeah, the solar bases must be pinged onto the sun itself. Ooh, I'm close. Nice. And I'll make sure my pack mule's close enough where I can reach it from within the base through the logistics network. I should figure out what to do with that Stingray CV, my starter. Don't need it anymore. Its time has come and passed. Served me well, but it's over with. Not going to use it again. Okay. Time to solar starter furnace. Yep, that's all furnace. I don't think the aluminum goes to the furnace. Alright, that's that. Let me go back into the pack mule. I'm going to consolidate all this down to container 1. Oh, no, I'm not. Nope, I am not. And then all this water, too. Okay, I got it all in here. So now in the pack mule itself, I'm just down to, well, let me check container 4. Constructor input. Nope, I don't want that in there. Okay. Alright, everything's down to container 1 now. Get this in there. I do, and you'll notice one thing I didn't mention. I did spawn in a repair pad since the last, before the last stream actually, I think, and I didn't talk about it, but I accidentally spawned it way too close to the space, so this is kind of a pain where it's at. I thought when I was spawning it was further away, but this is my solar-powered orbital repair bay. 24 solar panels, so it puts out enough energy to fully repair something without needing any generators. Obviously got the advanced repair bay in the middle here. Nice LCD that's really tall, that if you have it somewhere and you're in a big CV, you kind of know exactly where the base is at all times, because it's going to be taller than your CV with clear. Hey, there it is. So, but yeah, I made the mistake, spawned it too close. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these little guys to work. These small constructors, input to input, and I'm going to get them cranking on this Promethium. Where's my CPU? Yep. Now I want to make a furnace. Make 2 of them. And I'm just going to put them, stick them on the outside of the base somewhere. I'm going to go and take a look. I think I can just stick them right underneath here. Because I don't think I know. I don't have a thin wall block there. I have most of this encased in a thin wall block, which is how I'm able to get those rounded corners. And this gray border edge there, so there's a thin wall block down here. That's also what keeps it fully sealed when I remove the grow plots in there, or the wood blocks in there to put the grow plots in. But I think for this, Head back in and see where those are at. Got a ways in those. Okay. Oh, maybe I put it... Okay, so now I'm confused. Oh, there it is. That's full. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into resource storage. And I'm going to start processing the aluminum powder. Aluminium powder. This was the resource storage. Okay, in this resource storage, I'm going to start processing the promethium. Okay. Still got a ways to go on this. And when that's done, I'm going to have it process the rest of that. Oh wait, I don't have... What I want is magnesium powder. Okay. I am going to sleep here in a little bit, but first I want to get my harvest. I've got an open spot there. I forgot about that. I do have a nice little mixture of food going as well. Been working on that over the last couple days of playthrough. And you can see in the output cakes and ribs and dino stew, cheeseburgers, pizzas, cookies, waffles, etc., etc. So, good little mix. I like a mix. Alright, we'll get some more ration packs going. How's this going? I'm just going to sleep. I don't care. You know, down here would be another place I could actually expand and add more container controllers. In this section here, this big long section that goes down, I think I have... How many do I have in there? 3 full container controllers in there? Pretty sure. Okay. Now. Alright, I'm going to get these guys placed just here at the bottom. Maybe there is a thin wall block up there I didn't think about. Didn't think there was. Either way, they're there, so... I'm going to take this out of the furnace input. Constructor input. Furnace input to the constructor input. Wonder how the constructor input's doing. Not quite full yet, but getting pretty close. Okay. How are these doing? Still chewing away at that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is hydrocells. How we're doing? I'm doing pretty good. CPU is 484 out of 580, so still 100K to go. And then power, I'm using 19 of the 26 kilowatts in generating, so I'm still within. Look at the furnace input, barely has any space. Gosh, I feel like it barely did anything when I slept. So maybe it's because the, you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to change this. Oh, that one's not active. I'm going to put them into the I'm going to turn this decon off. I don't think they... I'm going to put them into the decon input, just because that's an empty container. I know I won't run into space issues there. Yeah. Okay, where's the pack mule? Container 1. Just don't want that there. I'm going to sleep one more time, and that should all be processed now. Yep. Furnace input's empty. Take a look at the pack mule. Everything's processed there. Now if I look at resource storage, though, that's one thing I didn't do. Furnace input. Okay. Gosh, these small constructors are sure going... Ah. I was going to say these small constructors are going kind of slow, but that is not the case. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into my input, and I'm going to start getting a whole bunch of that going. And then from here, I'm going to cancel this one, put you back to the output, and that's going to make 10,000. That'll be 70,000. And I'm going to make that out of the resource storage. Start chewing up this rock. Okay. How are we doing here? Doing good. These are doing good. Okay. Well, that was a good run. Good setup of resources. I got some work to do to get through it all, to get it all processed. I'll start cranking out ammo at some point, but for now I'm just going to kind of leave it as is. I'll probably sleep a little bit, get this stuff processing and moving forward, and kind of move on. And now with all the sleep, I'll have more resources at the auto miners. So, kind of a nice little cycle here that we have going. Now if I look at this, I have enough stone, I probably have enough carbon. Crushed stone, silicone I probably have, copper I probably have. Yeah, I probably have enough to do all this. Let's see how much I should shove in here. Oh, I still need more carbon substrate. Stone dust. Carbon substrate still processing. Iron will be the big one. Oops. Oh yeah, I was like, where did I put it all? And it's in the decon. Crushed stone. I forget exactly how much of this stuff I need. But I'm just going to pull a bunch of it down and assume I need about a stack of it. Oh, that's kind of weird. Oh! What's going on here? Don't float away. That was weird. I'm not really sure what happened. Maybe I tried to drop it on a toolbar that was full. Doesn't need Zascosium. I do need that Neo though. Titanium is good. Neo, I'll just use half of it. Sathium, more silicon, plant fibers, wood planks. That is weird. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Okay. Oh yeah, crew. Oh, I have an alien crew. Looted it. Alright, well I'm going to work on this over the next day. I probably have close to enough. Now here's where I need the bridges and matrices that I just sold. And then I'll need some hydroponic units as well. But I'll keep working on that. That's all I got for today. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please do like and subscribe. Thanks for joining.